Hi folks, it's Barry here. Back in the forest, which I love. It's always so peaceful here. We've had quite a bit of rain lately, so it's very muddy and lots of puddles in places. But I just love it here. This is where I come to do all my thinking, all my planning for the day ahead and the week ahead and the month ahead. So yeah, I wanted to do another little update, not too long. Because things have really moved on with Aurum since the last time I spoke to you. Yesterday afternoon, 4 p.m. UK time, we had an amazing update call from Bryan Benson, the CEO of Aurum, and gave us some incredible news. For quite a while now, we've been told about RWA. Just going through a muddy bit here. I've got my wellies on. So no problem. RWA. Now, for those that don't know what RWA is, stands for real world assets. Now, this can be property. This can be precious metals, as in gold, silver, data centers. It's where investments are not really available for, your average person. Take property, for example. Most of us have bought and sold houses in the traditional way, but we've never really had the opportunity to invest in huge mansion type properties, 5 million, 6 million, 10 million type properties. Well, with RWA, real world assets, you can do that. Because thanks to the blockchain and Satoshi NAKAMOTO, of course, who kind of invented it, things can be tokenized. They can go onto the blockchain and you can buy part of a property. So we've been told this has been coming for some time now, and it's actually arrived, or very nearly arrived. We've been told probably about, 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be in the back office. Now, property, we've been told by Bryan that they were purchasing a big mansion in Dubai. Now, of course, the problems in the Middle East now may have delayed that, I'm not sure. But the first RWA is going to be gold. Now, we all should have a little bit of gold. The more, the better, I guess. But because, as everybody knows, for thousands of years, gold has been the go-to asset when there's been turbulence around the world, whether it's been political, cultural, wars going on, like unfortunately there is now. Hopefully that's going to come to some sort of peaceful conclusion very soon, we all hope for everybody's sake. But gold has always been the go-to asset for people to invest in. And yes, gold is now going to be available for Aurum members. They've teamed up with a guy called Nick Patel, who is the founder of Click Gold, and he's now actually coming on board as a partner. He's going to be the RWA relationship manager because, as I've said, we've got property coming, we've got data centers coming. That's coming. That's all going to be tokenized. It's all going to be available for Aurum members at a very small cost. It's going to be available for the big investors that have got hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, and it's going to be available for your average sort of person, I guess like me, and probably you, to get in on the ground floor with just $100, $200. Not sure of the exact details yet, but that is that's all coming. Now, I've got the recording of Bryan's update call where he introduced Nick. So Nick sounds like, I'm sure he is a very, very intelligent, smart guy. You can watch it on my YouTube channel, which would be, to the left, this side here, I guess. or if you're watching this on my Facebook, dedicated Facebook business page, it will be down below. So yeah, have a look at that. I think it's only 35 minutes. Brian gets right to the point. He talks about what's gone on the last couple of months because he's been traveling. He's just come back from events in Brazil. So he talks a little bit about that, and then he goes straight into the RWA and gold. And I'm certainly going to get involved in it. It's a great way to start. Of course, up until now, I mean, they do have a lot of bots, but up until now, the XAI bot has always been the first project for people to get started in. You get started in that for 125 USDT, very small amount. There's a $19.99 yearly subscription, which you pay straight away. And then you've got the whole ecosystem open to you. So for $20 a year, you've got a ready-made business, which is going to be amazing. Now, I've done some quick calculations. I started, like I mentioned before, I think it was 24th, 25th of May. I don't know the exact date, but it's towards the end of May last year. And my XAI bot has doubled, nearly doubled, not quite. A couple of weeks' time, it would have doubled my investment. And I have withdrawn a little bit of profit just to test the system. Nearly doubled in, well, what's that, 9 months. So yeah, it's actually brilliant. So if you haven't yet got on board, if you haven't joined me, a few people have since my last update, have a look at my YouTube channel, have a look at my Facebook page. Lots of information on there. I try to record as much as possible. We've got presentations by a guy in our upline, which is really good. He does these 4 times a week. Details again are there. Have a look, get in touch with me on WhatsApp, open a free account, which you can. I mean, I don't want any, what do they call them, tire kickers, was the phrase I used to use in the olden days, or people wasting my time or their time, you know, but at least you can open a free account, you can have a look around the back office. The gold will be there soon, a couple of weeks. Very small amount to get started. And yeah, all that good stuff. So great. I suppose I better finish off with the little boring bit. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. My views are really just from my own experience. My business was in the insurance game. I can advise you on insurance, but not on financial matters. So always do your own research. There's a lot of information out there. Always do that. Any questions you've got, I'm around. I mean, I'm in the UK. Been raining here in the forest. But then, like I say, it's England, south of England, UK. And I'd love to have you on board. So there you go, a bit longer than I thought, 8, coming up to 9 minutes. Sorry about that, but I think that's it. Not much else to say at the moment. I'll try and do these little updates more frequently if I can. I'm sure there's more news coming down the line on the exchange. I know that Leonardo guy, who I mentioned last time, is really working on improving the exchange, which is so simple to use anyway. I'm staking Solana and Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's going to all be brought, I believe, into the back office. So it's going to be like a separate website at the moment, which is fine. It all works fine. But I think it's going to become part of the Aurum sort of main website. So that's coming. We've got the Aurum Flow, which Brian briefly mentioned yesterday. That's coming. That's where you link some of your social channels, your WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, all together, all comes under one umbrella, which makes communications with people a lot easier, a lot quicker. Okie dokie. So I'm getting a bit puffed now because I'm coming to the top of the hill. Small hill, not much of one really, but there you go. So yeah, have a look, Facebook page, YouTube channel, WhatsApp me, and I'll send you joining instructions. Quite straightforward, very, very easy, and it's very affordable. I wouldn't say cheap, because cheap is a relevant word. You know, some people say $100 is cheap or peanuts. They get a bit insulted depending where they live in the world, of course. But I would say it's affordable. And once you start, within 48 hours, you're earning every single day. In the UK, we get the USDT goes in around about 6 p.m, between 6 and 6:30 p.m. That's in the UK, obviously different times around the world. And you compound, you just keep compounding. And as Albert Einstein said, compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. And it truly is, it's absolutely amazing. So that's it for now, guys. Take care, until next time, bye for now.